Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Total War Saga Fronts of Britannia, the East Engle campaign. Last we left off, we had raiders over here sailing towards our coast, and we were just moving our two armies in order to protect it. Now we are really hoping that they're gonna land, which will make them a lot easier to catch than if they sail around the coast and start raiding our ports. So let's see what they will do and go from there. So they are heading north. They've missed our town over here. I hope they will not attack it. And maybe they can come over here. I will bring our biggest army north. I will put Gunnar over here. I'll put him into the settlement and recruit a few more units just to have him prepared. So he has 2 axe units, he has 2 spear units, 1 bow. I'll bring him another bow. I'm gonna give him a better cav unit, even though it's quite expensive. The upkeep is more than double, but I think it will actually pay off. And I will put even this cav unit, like give him 2 cav units and 2 archers. He should be at least give us a chance to do a pretty good job against the raiders. If we're going for economy, once again, if you can see over here that our capital is actually producing quite a bit of money for us. 700 income per turn, and we're also waiting to upgrade these 2 buildings over here. Unfortunately, it has a penalty, a 3% chance to public order to rebellion. If we go to Suffolk, over here we don't have the money to upgrade anything else. We don't have money for Norfolk either. So right now I believe we will just
pledge your service.
Have to wait and skip another turn and see what happens. I want to defeat this army over here and then go back to marching towards these territories over here while they are still weak and do not have the necessary power to fight us. Like, his town right now is very open, his army is depleted and it's here to the south. As you can see, they've actually attacked our settlement and sacked it. It's not too big of a problem. We do have good public order over here. We're going to need to repair it. Unfortunately, it did give us a penalty to food, but we will be okay as long as the armies have supplies. So let's see. They might land actually on our next turn, so let's bring this army a tiny bit closer. You can see that because we have a deficit of food at the beginning of the turn, we're actually not replenishing the troops as much as we could have.
Fit and ready.
We have a level for our general over here. I'm gonna give him some campaign movement as well. I'm not gonna repair these buildings yet, as they could be sacked once more. However, if we look over here, I want us to have just a bit more food to create a few more armies. Like, we could upgrade the farm over here, it would give us 15 more food and a little bit more cash.
You can rely on us.
I misclicked over there. Or we could go with this farm, which is very inland. So once again, it's pretty cheap. I am gonna build another communal fields for more food. I think we don't have enough money to build anything else yet. Like, these This region over here is actually at -8 to public order. We are going to reduce taxation. We're gonna exclude them from taxation, which brings it to -5, which is not that great, but not that bad either. If they do rebel though, we're going to come back and take their territories over. Just hopefully none of the other factions, the bigger ones, will take them over. So let's see. That's about it. Most of the penalty comes from the food shortage. So as you can see, it can be quite difficult to keep your people happy if you do not have enough food. So food is very important in this game. Let's see what the raiders will do. I hope that they do land. We can ambush them or attack them with both our armies, which will be perfect. So Bederborg over here wants to declare friendship. He's in a defensive pact with two of the territories to the left, and he has quite a bunch of enemies. I do not want to go for declaration of friendship at this point with them. Gonna create too many enemies, and we do not need that right now.
You can rely on us.
Once again, we get a choice to what kind of infantry we would like to recruit. It gives us +2 to the different types of infantry that we could recruit. I will actually choose the Axemen because we need a few more strong troops to have available. They did land. The enemy over here did land. However, it's gonna be pretty tough for us to
March on. We can't.
attack him right now.
We'll pledge our
The good thing is they can't march to the side of us, so they will have to confront us if they want to attack. And right now we are being reinforced. If I move this army, I will still not be able to attack him, so I won't do anything different right now. I will try to repair this fishing village. It takes one turn, but hopefully it will be enough for us to have more food the next turn. We managed to finish our research for melee specialist. We've opened 2 more researches. One is on +6 melee skill for swords and axe infantry for all armies. That's really good. Or +20% shield effectiveness. At the moment, missiles, I don't see them as that big of a threat, so I'll go for the attack. We also are able once again to enact a decree, +10 to faction allegiance or +75 to research rate. If we look at the allegiance, right now usurpers are actually going up in a few provinces, but it's not really that bad at the moment. I think we can actually make it work for us without worrying too much. So I won't make any spendings in that regards, and I will try to improve my economy even further by, let's see, so we could get over here, if we're going from fisherman to fish trader, we could get 40 more gold from commerce, with another 20 from farms, and about 5 more food. And I think I will keep putting money into the capital. I'll probably protect this the most to start with. Actually, I'll do the entire coast at some point, but we're just gonna go with the capital since it seems to flourish the most. I think that's about it for now. Let's skip one more turn. Our ally is coming towards the coast to help us. I wonder if we're actually going to receive their armies too, once we get their territories. Well, there they are. They've actually got closer to us. Karl gained Fair-Minded, which provides him with a +2 to public order. Perfect timing.
Enemy blood will flow.
I will bring this army as reinforcement here in front, and I will attack the raiders. Not a great armies, but since we haven't had a battle in a while, let's give it a go. The loading times are pretty quickly. However, if you think that I should cut this portion, just let me know and I will work on doing so. Let's look for good weather. Perfect, we have dry weather. We have a pretty difficult map. There's just one point over here to attack. And to go around, it's gonna take quite a while to go through the forest and everything. I will try to bait him out. If we look over here, they've got quite a few troops, but they're not heavily armored. They've got pelts, they've got shields. They've got a few long axemen without shields, so we're gonna use our missile units to target that. Their cav, it's not gonna be so effective right now, since they can only come out through here. I'll probably push my spearmen just to keep this chokehold and try to bombard him with our missile units, while the reinforcing troops will come from the left side of the map. Once again, making a quick
State your orders. Spearman.
Formation. I'm gonna put spearmen in the middle this time. I'm gonna keep some units of swords and axe to the side. I'm gonna keep my long axemen in the back.
Cavalry.
The cav, it's not gonna be too useful right now.
Our foes will fall.
And our king, I'm gonna bring him here, somewhere in front.
Horsemen. Wipe them from history.
Let's move our armies closer.
Like the wind.
I'll make them walk and just do a quick speed up. Now you probably noticed over here that our king has started to have white hair. I really found this cool feature, not ultra necessary, like we could have done without. But it's really interesting that some people come up with these ideas that don't seem, at least from my point of view, don't seem difficult to implement, and they've actually put them in the games. If we look at our king, you can see that he's actually looking a bit older, and that is really nice. This is one of those things that I said I enjoyed about this game. It has some little details, some good art, and some really interesting ideas that they've tried to see if people enjoy them or if they would work. And for me personally, it really captured my attention. So I would say that it was successful.
With speed, warriors! Let's battle commence! Quicken the pace!
They're coming out to meet me, well, probably at this point because they've realized they have quite a bit of a disadvantage, and the more that my armies gather, the harder it will be for them to fight us. So
Horsemen, bring death! Cavalry, get down! Spearmen! Move it, men! Get down!
So we've had a bit of a cav engagement to the side. I'm gonna bring in a unit of spear. I'm actually gonna go ahead and engage the troops since they seem quite eager to fight us. Let's see, where were those long axes? There they are. Let's just make sure we target them.
With speed, warriors!
Our general is under attack.
Crush them!
Let's take our cav in the back.
Hasten yourselves! Attack! Quicken the pace! Our foes will fall!
I'm gonna move our swordsmen to engage the axes. They are better than the spearmen over here. The spearmen will actually get pretty destroyed if we let them fight freely.
Chosen by Odin! Shields up! Hasten yourselves!
I'm gonna move the spears over here just to attack his archers. I will move the cav out of here because those long axemen are quite good against them.
Got them! Fire your missiles! Spearmen!
So we've encircled them. We don't have quite enough power to
Full gallop!
crush their troops quickly, but we are going to do our best to
Attack!
defeat
The
them.
battle is turning in our favor.
Archers!
I'm gonna retreat
The
my
enemy
king
have rallied their units.
Speed it up! Make haste!
because he seems to get quite a bit of a beating.
Cavalry! Attack! Hardmen! We're off! Crush them! The troops are rallying! Spearmen!
Let's bring the other troops in as well.
Hasten yourselves! Where is the fight? Up the pace, men!
They are shaken from being wounded.
Hardmen! Here they come! Horsemen! Full gallop! Ranged attack! Ride like the wind! It's a charge! Our foes will fall! Battle awaits! Horsemen! Full gallop! End them! Ride like the wind! Where the enemy charge! State your orders!
Right now, since the troops aren't that high quality,
Ride harder!
the tactics aren't that
Got them!
useful. We're more mobbing them than actually using real tactics. But it will have to do for now.
Quick now!
Some of the future Total War titles actually improved a lot on this, giving not only the units but the characters a lot more strength.
Got them!
They've made like the Total War Three Kingdoms, or in the Warhammer series especially, they've made those special heroes and characters that are really good at fighting and resisting
Hurry!
and leading armies into battle. So it did give a little bit more to
Hasten yourselves!
the way that you can fight and apply tactics. If you haven't tried Total War Warhammer, I do recommend it. Even if you don't fully understand the lore, you're gonna enjoy it quite a bit. Well, with this being said, the battle is done. We might have to do a quick follow-up, maybe just a quick auto-save, auto battle, in order to clean up the raiders, but I think we are mostly done. We are taking the replenishments. As I said, they have just one more unit of X-Men. We're gonna attack and do an auto-resolve just to fight aggressively. That's that.
Marching men!
So we managed to finish the mission. We should expand our domination further into Danelaw, conquer the neighboring provinces of... Well, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. So let's look once again at the messages. We finished this mission. We defeated the army and we were granted the territories over here, the two towns that were nearby, owned by our vassal. And now we have a hunting camp which also produces furs. If we take a look at our economy, furs are not that valuable. It produces us very little, so I won't focus too much on it for now. It does provide us with quite a bit of food, and that is really good. At the moment I'm not sure what I'll do with this town. I'll have to think about it. And let's see what new mission we've received. So we do need to control the provinces of... Can we rename this? Make it easier for us. But we do control these provinces, and we also need fence. Let's see where fence is. Fence is actually over here to the north of us. So we just need this town over here in order to complete that mission, and we will receive more influence. The more influence your king has, the easier it is to control those who are generals and governors, everybody who's inside your court, which makes your province very stable. When you get a new king, when your current king dies and an heir actually comes in, they have very little influence and they have to prove themselves. That's a very dangerous period for you and your territories, because other nobles might rise up and try to take power from you. They still do not have allies, which is very good for us. I will have to... No. They have two big towns and two or one army.
We cannot.
Only one army at the moment. But they are exposed, so what I'll try to do is run our king very quickly over here and just try to attack them. With this army over here, I'm actually going to bring it still closer to the front. We might need to attack this territory over here since it's under the same king. But in case we do not need it, we're going to go south just to protect this area from potential enemies. We're still on food shortages, unfortunately, which provides us with public order penalties. Let's repair the mine over here now. And we have an open slot for a governor. Let's see, who could we put in? They already are governors, and our candidates, one is a cavalry rider and some skill to spearmen. That is not very useful for us. But what I will do, it does provide us with a bit of defense just in case someone attacks us. I am going to take this guy because he's the youngest, so he has the most time to develop good traits for a governor. I hope he's a good pick. Let's see what we get. If we take a look at him now, he has low zeal, which doesn't give us good points for public order. And he's mostly a warrior. Maybe if we get at some point a better governor, we're gonna replace him and actually make him a general. Let's just spend the money that we have left. We have an empty slot now over here from building the Great Hall. And I would like a building that gives us public order would be pretty good, because these salt mines, salt makers have a lot of advantages, but they do provide with, but they do increase the penalties to public order. So if I build the storehouse, we're gonna get plus 20% food production from the port buildings chain and plus 33% income from port building chains. We don't really have ports. I don't think this fishing trader counts as a port, so we're not gonna do that. We are going to make, however, a craft merchant, because it gives us plus 33% income from cloth, pottery and salt building chains. I am not sure what to do right now, because we do not have enough food. So maybe I'll just wait over here and try to upgrade a food production building. And we are going to do that over here. We're actually going to build another fisherman.
Our foes shall fall.
So if we go on the fisherman side, we get more income and 55 food, or we can go with the fishing port and get 85 food at the end. And another plus 40 campaign movement range for navies in the local region, which would be pretty good in order to catch up for future raiders that come here and want to take over our ports. So let's just do that, get more food. And with this being said, we're just gonna take a quick look at what traits we've gained. Karl, our governor, gained fair-minded. I think we've seen this at the beginning of the turn. And our king actually became confident from having a decisive victory when attacking, giving us 1 zeal and 1 influence. And also, from winning battles in our own land, we've gained this heroic, which provides security, giving us plus 1 public order to wherever he's present. Let's end the turn. And unfortunately, this is all the time that we have for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'm actually looking forward to continuing this campaign and to see what you think we should do next. So thank you very much for watching. I wish you a wonderful day. Bye bye.